Well, guys, welcome to a very special episode of the World Football Summit podcast. I have the honor of having Hammad Albalawi from the 2034 World Cup bid here with us today, and we're going to talk a lot about football. Hammad, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's great to see the World Football Summit in Riyadh, where we believe it is a natural home for the world of football.
And that's what we're going to talk about today, Hammad. But before going into that, I'm curious. Can you take us back to your earliest memories of football and how it shaped your understanding of what can be achieved through football?
Well, like every Saudi, we're born with this passion that is shared with many people around the world for the beautiful game that we love. I also spent a lot of time of my life in the UK. I grew up supporting Newcastle United. Early from my childhood, I followed the club, and of course, I followed my country. I've seen our Saudi national team win the Asian Cup 3 times, reaching the final on 2 other occasions. We live on the achievements, and then in the moments where it's not going so well, we try to keep our optimism up and keep going. And today, it is a real honor to see that sports is again a priority in Saudi Arabia. Football is again a priority in Saudi Arabia. And we're seeing this across many areas, in the league, in the women's football, in grassroots and youth development. And the natural result of this, a natural next step of this is to bid to host the biggest tournament in the world.
Actually, that's a good point because it's about having the entire ecosystem aligned under one vision, which is what you guys are trying to do, no?
And the vision doesn't start and stop with sports. The vision starts with the National Vision 2030.
There you go.
That was launched in 2016. It is, in my opinion, and the opinion of many, both inside Saudi and outside, is that this is the most remarkable transformation story in the world.
And Hammad, one question. Do you think, because obviously qualifying for the World Cup in 1994 was a remarkable achievement for the Saudi Arabian national team. Do you think that was kind of like the foundation of the ambition to host the World Cup one day?
Well, I can tell you even before, in the 70s and the 80s, the first real significant investment happened in Saudi Arabia to develop sports facilities across the country. And a result of the investment that happened in those 2 decades was the success in 1994. And this is the life cycle of football. What you invest in today, you only see the results of tomorrow, and that is sometimes a 10-year cycle, sometimes longer. So I think what we're seeing today is we're going back to where we were in the 90s with the level of ambition, the level of success. We were ranked 21st in FIFA ranking back in the 90s. And there's no reason why we cannot come back to those numbers and achieve better numbers. So I think it's sports coming back to become a national objective and us working really hard to achieve that.
And how beyond the investment in infrastructure and, and hosting these major events and the grassroots level, I don't know if we can talk about a little bit. I mean, because football has a power to go beyond that, to transform society, culture. I don't know if you can tell us more about that.
Absolutely. And as I mentioned earlier, Saudi Arabia is already on a remarkable story of transformation. What's happened in this country since 2016 to today is nothing short of remarkable. Achievements across all areas, society, economy, but also opportunity. I can tell you on a personal level, living the dream of working towards hosting a World Cup, being the head of a unit that has an objective of hosting the World Cup is a dream come true. And dreams are becoming true in Saudi Arabia in many, many sectors. So at the heart of this football transformation is a larger national transformation. And at the heart of that national transformation is a leadership that is guiding the country with a clear vision, but also enabling society across all levels to achieve.
And I guess there must be like a powerful story behind everything that you guys are doing. So what is the story that you want to tell the world with everything that you're doing in football?
I think we're driven by an objective to be the best we can be. We're driven with the objective with the achievements that today Saudi Arabia is one of the most exciting growth stories in world football. We are driven to create opportunity for our generation and for our kids. I have 2.
Okay.
And I know that I work, the hours that I work, the effort that we put in, everyone, is because we want better lives for our children and their children.
Yeah.
So I think people watching this can really understand Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you investing in the places you are? And the best way for them to understand that is to do something you've done, which is to come, to visit, to see, and have a feeling of the real progress that's happening. It's unparalleled.
Yeah. And I really like that. Why? Because I also have 2 kids, and everything I do, I also do it for them. And at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what more powerful story than that, to actually drive your ambition.
100%.
And I guess if you think about it, every World Cup has a legacy. So what is the legacy that you wish to leave behind with the ambition to hold the World Cup one day?
The legacy of what we were working towards is to better our best ever performance on the pitch. 21st FIFA ranking, we need to better that legacy. So our legacy started in 1994.
Yeah.
Our legacy is to improve the state of our sports facilities. Since that golden era of Saudi football, there's been little investment in this area. Our legacy is to invest in this area to improve the facilities and their features. But also, please understand, Jamie, that our population has tripled since the mid-90s. So our legacy is to meet the demands of this growing population. And our legacy is to maintain a certain level of quality. That means we can become a top football nation and continue to be a top football nation.
It is true that I think it's like 60% of the population is below 30.
Correct.
That's amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, and it's a way to...
That means I'm from the top percentage of people, and I'm only 34 years of age.
Wow. So, and I'm older than that. So imagine me. I don't want to calculate my percentage. So.
Well, that just tells you the energy that's in this place. It's unbelievable. And I'll tell you, listen, for whatever years of experience we lack, we make up in passion, we make up in energy, but we also make up in how complex our strategies and projects are. Because once you are involved in the sophistication of our projects, and you manage to work in a project as sophisticated as that for 2 years, that's as much sophistication of a project that people complete in 30 years of a career. And that has allowed us to grow and grow fast. And today, we are achieving the greatest of all time. Our bid, ranked by FIFA, accredited by FIFA.
Congratulations.
As the greatest score of all time. And
that's amazing.
This is a natural element that comes with the amount of detail that we provided in our bid book.
You know what's remarkable, Hammad? I was actually fortunate enough to moderate a panel with Omar from the SPL this morning. And it was kind of along the same message of, the ambition. And what I like to see is that regardless of who you speak with, everybody speaks about that ambition, about that passion. And I think that's what's unique with what you guys are doing. Everybody's aligned around that common vision, whether it's, the federation, the league, the clubs. And that's, I think, what's going to make it succeed. All right.
Partnership is key.
Yeah.
This is what the World Football Summit is trying to do in setting up these wonderful summits, creating an opportunity for people to have dialogue, create connections. These partnerships are important. And we're open for these partnerships, both locally and internationally. Saudi Arabia is open for business. And it's a great opportunity for people to be a part of this.
I was actually going to ask you about, the importance of an event like World Football Summit for the development of what you guys are doing. So thank you for answering that. And now, I guess I want, let's imagine, no? I want you to close your eyes and imagine you're at the 2034 World Cup here. That beginning match, that first match, what do you see? What is the image that represents success for you?
First, let's get one thing straight. I'll be at the middle in the middle of the ultras. I'll be chanting. I'll be supporting. I'll be in my football shirt because we love football.
Okay.
We do this because we have a passion for it, and we'll always stand by our national team. And it will be, and we promise this, an opportunity for people to connect and understand what is Saudi Arabia through its culture, through its heritage, through the wonderful tourism sites on the pitch and off the pitch. And we promise it will be the best ever experience because we are driven to achieve that.
Amazing. And what about the last match? Who would you like to play in a hypothetical final?
I think having a World Cup in home soil, you'd love to see your national team go as far as they can. And for the final, I think you want to see a match that celebrates the 40 days before it,
Yeah.
with fans that are coming together to really find the appropriate ending for a chapter that was written that changes the rules of the game for the future.
Uh-huh.
So as much as the final is an important match, and as much as you probably want me to answer your home national team, don't you?
No, I'm not going to say.
We'll leave it for fans to find out in 2034. But one thing's for sure, everything before today,
Yeah.
not in 2034, but today, and everything after will be something truly exceptional.
Yeah, the journey starts today, and I think, I mean, I really hope you guys achieve what you guys are looking for, because it's an example that anybody can learn from. And
Thank you
that's-
very much.
No, and I appreciate that. And just one last question, because you were mentioning you're a Newcastle fan. So I'm gonna, if you let me, appeal to you to the fan side of you. Imagine, out of curiosity, you had unlimited budget, and you could travel in time, whenever, and you were able to acquire any player for Newcastle. Who would that be, and why?
I think we already did that. I was following the team, supporting the team when we bought Alan Shearer, and we broke the record to buy Alan Shearer. And that decision is a decision that is few in football, which is go to your boyhood club. He left the riches of other offers for the pride of wearing his home shirt.
Yeah.
And that pride we connect with, because we wear that pride at a national level everywhere we go.
Yeah.
We're proud of who we are. We're proud of who we have become. And we're proud of the journey we're on. And that's the connection in answering that question, because I think that's the single transfer in the club's history that has and will always be celebrated. What a true legend.
He was a true legend, amazing striker. And I appreciate that answer, because it also speaks about values. You know, at the end of the day, I think this is important for everybody to understand. You know, it's not only about acquiring players and all of that. You need people that actually represent your values, which in a way, it ties to what you guys are doing here. To the values, to the belief of what you guys are doing. So I really wish you the best of success. And I want to thank you for taking the time to visit us on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Hammad. Thank you.